Most important work is when schools are needing support or help through an identified critical incident. This is something that has happened in their school or in their school community that is often beyond what they're normally able to cope with. So it could be the death of somebody or it could be something associated around that. They know that support will be on hand pretty quickly to help them see them through the storm that they're currently facing, help their school, their community, their setting feel safer and more contained, and I think that's really important.
So in Essex, our initial thing that we always try to suggest is consultation. So that is where we use different types of questions to support the adults around a child or young person to really think about what's going on for a child or young person. What are the things that are going well and what are the things that are not going so well? And within that meeting, to consider what could be changed in this situation to help the child or young person. We might also do joint observations, so that might be in addition to the consultation. So I might observe a child or a young person with perhaps a Senko or a teacher, and then we can feed back to each other about what we saw. And again, that can be quite powerful just to do that together and sort of compare notes to add to an understanding.
Educational psychologists are so valuable to us in school. They bring expertise into the school, which even the most experienced teachers don't have. They give us the opportunity to think differently about a child or a group of children, and then we see the child in a different way.
So I've always been really interested in how people learn and develop, and I wanted a career where I could really make a difference. Educational psychology brings together everything that I love: psychology, education and problem solving. So I really believe that parents are the experts on their children, so their input is essential. I make sure they're involved from the start, whether that's through meetings, phone calls, or just making space for them to share their concerns and experiences. I also try to break things down in a way that's manageable and practical. So sometimes I feel professional reports can be quite overwhelming. So when I write my reports, I try to explain things really clearly in language that everyone can understand.
Our EPs are involved in our strategic meetings, and this collaboration is essential in providing the best outcomes. They're instrumental in designing interventions for our children.
The best part of my job is definitely working with families and schools to really unlock a child's potential. Every child is different, and I love figuring out what's going on beneath the surface.
I think I'd like to see sort of the profile of mental health raised even more. I'd like the confidence of our school staff to improve even more, to know that they are doing the right things around the wellbeing of children and young people. I think people that work in education are often extraordinary because it's a really hard job to do, so it requires that sort of extraordinary motivation to want to make a difference to the children and young people in Essex.